take you on in a heartbeat. Veslin told me what happened. Is it true that a few of those druids were enough to cause our shipwreck? All those lives lost at sea. How much harm can they do? How many more ambushes do they have planned? Oh, it does my aches good to hear that. We'll let House Monard know what happened here. Spare others some pain. Veslin says you convinced at least one of them to give up piracy. You hauled more than was asked of you. House Monard will hear about what happened here. The good and bad both. Druids turning the living into coral fodder. A fight between mortal life and nature? There's something strange. While you were helping my prisoners, I got my bearings out here. We're not that far from Broke Rock Mine. I've made the run there a time or two in the past. We can make it there and get the assistance we need to make it back to Amino Station. Like I said, it's not too far. I've recovered my strength, Veslin is none the worse for wear, and my prisoners will help us defend ourselves. Don't worry about us. We'll be fine. What happened here was out of our control. We'll make a report and get another ship to take the prisoners where they need to go. Mornard will see to the druids here. It might take some time, but the danger they pose won't be ignored. She'll be angry, of that you can be certain. But the prisoners will tell her what happened. I suspect Kyrysnia will lead that charge. Not sure. Usually, if we avoid them, the Elder Tide druids leave us alone. This was out of the ordinary. House Mornard will need to do something, but I don't know what. I'm just a sergeant, but...
More of you vile serpents to fight. Good. I'm just getting started. Since you're the first person I've encountered in this damn jungle who isn't trying to kill me, let's assume we're going to be friends. I'm High King Emmerich. Lady Arabelle, you say? How is the dear woman? She and I have shared quite a few close calls over the years. But she only sent you? I assumed I merited at least a dozen knights or so. Ah well, I assume you have a way to get us off this damn island. Ah, you've seen Irene. And she's still alive? Good. Do you know, I was looking for young Ernskar when these serpents rushed out and tried to toss me in that cage. I showed them. But I think they may have captured our wayward Nord prince. I half expected to find our young Nord prince sitting atop a pile of dead serpents, but no such luck. Let's take a look around and see if we can find anything that points to where the... Come to think of it, I also heard these serpents mention a captured noble. I suppose that's what whoever's behind this told them. No reason to reveal we're royals. Instantly raises the bounty. I really wish I'd taken one of them prisoner. What does a High King do? Everything and nothing, or so it seems some days. I lead the Daggerfall Covenant, I rule over High Rock, and I attend meetings. So many meetings. Any other questions before more of these serpents? Over my strenuous objections, honestly. I was Earl of Cumberland. Before King Gardner died, he dropped dead of the Nahartan flu, and suddenly I was crowned King of Wayrest. Haven't had a decent night's sleep since. That's a good question. Yoren the Scald King was invited, of course, but the official response we got out of Mournhold was short and sweet. His son would negotiate on the pact, not for me. I have heard that Ernskar is something of a royal pain in the arse. But aren't we all, to some extent? Perhaps Yoren is using this as a training exercise. If Ernskar doesn't make matters worse, what does a High King do? Everything and nothing, or so. Over my strenuous objections, honestly. Look around. Ernskar was here before they moved. I'm sure of it. Fights like a giant. That sounds like Ernskar. And he's at the coin fort. Well done. The Scald King's axe. Ernskar held that like Queen Maria grips a sweet roll. He wouldn't give it up willingly. Let's find Queen Irene, shall we? All that dead lout had was this bottle of wine. Is there no joy on this damned island? Yeah, if I were to break an ankle making this jump, Queen Maria would kill me. I'll go around and meet you outside.
Good to see you still well, Emmerich.
And you, Irene. Nice, cat. I say, friend, let's chat. I washed up alone, and now I'm surrounded by allies. At least, allies for the nonce. It's funny how fate can change in a moment, eh? Let's talk about the things we found in the cave. Right. Mentions taking their captive noble to the coin fort. That has to be Prince Ernskar. Amanos used to be a stronghold for High Rock slave traders, but that was many years ago. There's a crumbling old ruin just west of here. A long time ago, yes. Not something the Covenant sanctions today, but you're missing the pertinent point. The Green Serpent Gang is using the old coin fort as a hideout, and they're holding Prince Ernskar there. We did indeed. There are songs sung about that weapon. Literally, Yoren performed one of them the last time we shared company. We must return it to the prince when we find him. Anyway, our course seems... Don't worry about me. I'll meet you at the coin fort. It's just... To the coin fort. Shall we journey there together, Irene?
Casca will run ahead and clear the path. I'll make my own way there. I'll see you at the fort. Do try to keep pace with Casca, Emmerich. She'll keep you safe.
And she's gone. Again. Sometime.
Walker, we need to talk. Bright moons shine upon us, Walker. Before you arrived, I did some sniffing. A scent like the one that lingers on that axe you found. It's inside the Coin Lord's old fort. Queen Irene suggests subterfuge. They seek the nobles. Let's give them one. In a word, yes. Pretend Emmerich is your prisoner. Escort him to the front gate and wait for them to let you in. Meanwhile, the Queen and I will await your signal. After we free Ernskar, we'll find a place to signal the rescue ship.
The High King most definitely, agrees. Lead on, my foul captor.
Come, Casca.
They captured one of the nobles. You
Bring that prisoner inside at once. Sentry, unlock the gate! I'll draw the serpents out. Be ready.
High King Emmerich is no one's prisoner!
Steady, my friend.
Attack!
Well done. Casca and I will cause a distraction.
The Ascendant Order won't make good on their promise if he's dead next breath.
Can I assume this is a rescue? I am Prince Ernskar, heir to the throne of Windhelm and Skyrim. Since you don't appear to be one of these green serpent bastards, can I assume you're... So all three Alliance delegates still live? Good. As soon as I came ashore, I was set upon by the serpents. I made the bastards pay. But even the son of Yoren, the Skull King, can't fight an entire prison gang on his own. There were too many of them. Sungir, axe of the Skull King. Ah, it feels good to cradle you in my arms again, you powerful blade. But we can't go yet. The Serpent said that something called the Ascendant Order is behind us. They're leaders, and we will, after we deal with the Ascendant Order leaders. Emmerich would agree, and so would Irene. Come, with Sungir once more in hand, I feel better already. Let's find this Ascendant Lord and his Magus. I want to show them what it means. Someone was going to ask that eventually. Publicly, Yoren wants me to step up. The Pact is a sprawling alliance facing threats from all sides. The Skull King has many responsibilities. This is his way privately. The old goat is someone warming his bed at night, and refuses to stray too far from home. She's a lovely Riften lass. Brunhilde. My father's never been happier. He was only too eager to let me travel in his stead and represent the Pact. Hope is for poets, like my father. I am a warrior. One does not shy from battle at the first sign of danger. Even if nothing is gained from these conversations, Emmerich, Irene, and I shall be the one. Curious about the Prince of Windhelm, are you? What do you want to know? I have nothing to hide. You don't know the story? How our three disparate peoples came together to repel the Akaviri invaders? I haven't always thought so, but I believe the Nords, the Dark Elves, and the Argonians are truly stronger together. A personal question. My relationship with the Skull King is complex. He loves the chance to teach lessons, to pass on his tales. But he is still disappointed that I can't sing, forever denying him that father-son duet he's always dreamed of. My role? I've been a prince my entire life. My youth was not unlike yours, I imagine. I hunted, I fought, and I learned my lessons. I bathed in the frigid waterfalls that crash from the high peaks, and wrestled with wolves for sport. It feels good to be armed again.
I don't get stuck cleaning the Ornon pens again.
There. Let's listen in.
We will have your missing nobles by day's end, my lord.
See that you do. Magus, summon the Order. We meet on High Isle on the morrow.
Enough! Let's get down there!
My liege, we must go.
to escape.
Find a way outside so you can signal the ship. I need a moment. Guess I'm not as recovered as I thought. Good place to use your signal. Let's get to the dock. We don't have much.
Hold them at bay. See how I shall quiet the storm.
Green serpents, attack!
ship can reach us through this storm.
Patience now. Irene is working on that.
Winds, waves, and storms. Heed my call and still your fury.
It's working!
I don't believe it. She actually did it.
Onto the ship, quickly.
We got them all! Even Casca! Friend, give the word and Saji will have you back at Mandrake Manor before you know it! We got them all!
The Ascended Magus and his lord are cowards. Neither would stand and fight. They call themselves knights? Hardly. At least we heard their plans. A meeting on High Isle, we heard the Ascended Lord say. Of course. But you must tell her what I'd learned while I was a captive. The Ascended Order is behind all this, and they are led by the Ascended Lord and his Magus. Truly? Well, you did not know that they were planning a big meeting on High Isle until we heard the Ascended Lord say it, so that's something. And did you know the Lord planned to kill us as soon as the Green Serpents delivered us to him? As sure as we made it onto this ship alive. They want to make a show of it. You could hear it in their voices. This Magus, this Lord, they hunger for power. And the death...
A daring rescue, a clean escape. Well done, my friend. I can't wait to tell Queen Maria all about it. The Covenant remains strong. Or so I tell myself from atop the lumpy pillow of my unbearably uncomfortable throne. Look, we've accomplished quite a bit in these past few years. I mean, you tell me. Is it madness to hope for peace in... Indeed. The people of High Rock, Hammerfell, and Hrothgar seek to build a future together. A process you've been part of. Someday, the Covenant will be victorious. In my heart, I believe that.
As depressing as it sounds, that's the most fun I've had in months. To be honest, I wasn't sure the ritual would work. If it hadn't, let's assume Zaji could have navigated through the storm and reached us anyway. Yeah, let's go with that. Between Emmerich and I, the Green Serpents scattered like leaves in a strong breeze. And thanks to Casca's formidable presence, the rest were quick to abandon their posts. I made sure to hold off on the Absolutely. They raised a storm and sank 3 ships to try to kill us. As long as their leaders live, there's no reason to expect them to just surrender.
Saji's ship was closest when the signal flare ignited. Do you like it? I call it the perfect pounce, too! Anyway, Zaji is supposed to get you back to Mandrake.
Move! I want to get off this... privately. Hope is for Poe. Curious about the Prince of Windhelm. You don't know the story? My role. Someone was...
A daring rescue. What does a High King, when Rancer challenged, being the eldest son of... over my strenuous? That's a good question. Not for me. I have heard it.
As depressing as it sounds, it was a well... Of course. I am. The old ways are gone. What have you heard? When my father died, I took up his throne.
Zaji's ship was closest.
Ah, nice to be back in the city. Lady Arabelle wants you back at Mandrake Manor, friend. I'll see you there. So much to do.
Walker, Lady Arabelle wants to see you in the courtyard, out back.
Well, here comes our hero now. Well done, my dear.
Excellent. Who wants a drink? The Prince of Windhelm is buying.
Hold fast there, lad. We're safe for now, but the battle's just begun.
Good work finding the Alliance leaders and getting them off Amino safely. I'm quite proud of you, my dear. Lord Bacaro and I will spirit them to a more secure location shortly. Then we can turn our attention back to the Ascendant. So Prince Ernskar told me. We'll get to that. First, you need to rest, and I need to make sure our royal guests remain safe. For now, take this. As long as I can count on you, thanks to you, the royals have finally reached High Isle. While the Ascendant Order has lost their prizes, they remain a threat. Once the Ascendant Lord and his Magus learn the Alliance leaders are here, they will stop at nothing to reach them. Lord Bacaro and I have a secure place. They'll be safe enough there. So far, we've been on the defensive, reacting to events. The time has come to take the fight to the Ascendant Order, and my plan starts with this meeting you heard about on Amina. And I think I know how to determine where this assemblage will take place. While you were away, I received reports of Ascendant Order activity at Mistmouth Cave. I propose we investigate, and if luck is with us, catch ourselves a Lord and a Magan. Mistmouth Cave lies on the northern coast of High Isle. It's a favorite of outlaws and pirates. I'll meet you there. I need to go over some details with Jakan one more time. Things tend to go in one ear and out the other with that one, you know. Not as safe as they could be. Lord Bacaro, Valesi, and I arranged for the Mages Guild to protect the conference site on All Flags Islet with powerful defensive spells. I'll rest easier with the delegates safely behind those wards. That's our hope. Now that the Alliance leaders are here and safe, they just need a little time to recover from their ordeal. And we need to make sure the Ascendant Order no longer poses a threat. Worried about me? Oh, pish-posh. I was dealing with brigands, trolls, and threats to the realm since well before Ransel launched his ill-fated little war. There's nothing in this archipelago that I can't handle. But thanks for your concern, dear. I know the feeling. I couldn't keep it all straight without my notebooks. The Ascendant Order wants to kill the leaders of the three alliances. They sent a storm to sink the ships carrying them here for the peace conference. That's correct, dear. And while you were rescuing Prince Ernskar, you overheard the Ascendant Lord tell the Magus to summon the Order to a meeting on High Isle. We're going to follow up on that and figure out...
Why must we sit on our hands? The Dominion can crush the Ascendant Order with one fell blow.
I will not allow the Dominion to
There. I recharged the medallions. They can be returned to the delegates.
High Isle is growing.